Hi there, welcome to my channel Crewvn.com.
How safe is international shipping in the Red Sea? This question has taken on new urgency in the wake of a deadly attack on a Barbados-flagged bulk carrier, True Confidence, by Yemen's Houthi rebels. This brazen assault resulted in the loss of 2 crew members, a tragic reminder of the human cost of such conflicts. The attack not only sent shockwaves through the maritime community, but also caused a significant disruption in global shipping. The Red Sea, a crucial maritime route, is now fraught with danger, forcing shipping lines to consider longer, more costly routes around southern Africa. This has far-reaching implications, affecting economies worldwide as the cost of shipping rises. But the assault on True Confidence was not an isolated incident. It's part of a larger pattern of escalating maritime threats in the Red Sea and surrounding waters, with the Houthi rebels targeting ships over the Israel-Hamas conflict. The rebels have shown a disregard for international laws and norms, even daring to target the USS Carney, a destroyer involved in the American campaign. In a further escalation, Iran announced the confiscation of a $50 million cargo of Kuwaiti crude oil from a tanker it had seized. This audacious act was linked to alleged U.S. sanctions violations and was denounced as illegal by Chevron. The rising tensions in the region are not just a concern for maritime professionals, they have far-reaching political implications. The U.S. has conducted airstrikes against the rebels with limited success, and the Indian Navy has been drawn into firefighting efforts on a ship targeted by the Houthis. These events underscore the gravity of the situation in the Red Sea, where the rising threat to international shipping is a stark reality. This was just the beginning of a series of escalating maritime threats in the region. As we navigate these troubled waters, we must ask ourselves, how can we ensure the safety of our ships, our crew, and our global trade routes in an increasingly volatile world? The dangers in the Red Sea only grew more severe. As tensions escalated, the Houthi rebels launched an audacious attack on a Liberia-flagged vessel. The projectile, fired from Yemen's Houthi-held territory, struck the vessel with such force that it sparked a fire, a blazing testament to the increasing volatility in the region. The flames were not just a physical menace but also a symbolic one, illuminating the growing threat to maritime trade in the Red Sea. This attack was not an isolated incident but part of a series of assaults on shipping vessels. The audacious strike prompted 2 prominent shipping companies, Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd, to hit the pause button on their journeys through the Red Sea. A decision not taken lightly given the critical role of this maritime route in global commerce. The attacks didn't just burn holes in ships, but also in the pockets of ship owners. Insurance costs for vessels transiting through the Red Sea saw a sharp spike. A direct consequence of the heightened risk, the financial burden was a further blow to the maritime industry, already grappling with the physical dangers in these troubled waters. But the concern wasn't limited to the maritime professionals or the shipping companies. The international community also began to sit up and take notice. The safety of commercial vessels was no longer a given. The Red Sea, once a bustling maritime highway, was now fraught with danger. A perilous stretch of water where commerce and conflict were uncomfortably intertwined. The Red Sea was no longer a safe passage for international shipping. The stakes were high, and the world watched with bated breath as the situation continued to deteriorate. The rising tensions and escalating attacks painted a grim picture, a stark reminder of the complex and volatile geopolitics of the region. Even Singapore-flagged vessels were not spared from these threats. One such vessel was the Propel Fortune, a commercial ship that became the target of a Houthi missile attack. This incident unfolded on March 8, 2024, when Houthi forces fired not 1, but 2 anti-ship ballistic missiles from Yemen into the Gulf of Aden. The intended target? The Propel Fortune. However, the Houthi forces didn't account for the U.S. Central Command, or CENTCOM, which confirmed the attack and swiftly intervened. Thanks to their prompt action, both missiles were shot down before they could reach the ship. Remarkably, the attack resulted in no casualties or damage to the Propel Fortune, a testament to the efficiency and precision of the U.S. military's response. But the story doesn't end there. The following morning, on March 9th, CENTCOM announced that U.S. Navy ships and aircraft had shot down an additional 15 unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, launched by Houthi forces in the Red Sea area. This response was prompted by a large-scale attack by what CENTCOM identified as Iranian-backed Houthi forces in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. The UAVs were deemed an imminent threat not only to cargo ships like the Propel Fortune, but also to US Navy ships and coalition ships in the region. This attack echoed the tragic missile attack by Houthi forces just 2 days prior on March 6 against the Barbados-flagged cargo ship True Confidence, which resulted in the loss of 3 crew members. The threat in the Red Sea was not limited to isolated incidents, but a persistent escalating danger. The conflict in the Red Sea has far-reaching implications. The ongoing attacks have disrupted global shipping, forcing some shipping lines to reroute around southern Africa, leading to increased costs and delays. This isn't just a matter of commerce, it's a matter of global supply chains and economies. But the motives behind the attacks are political. The Houthi rebels, reportedly backed by Iran, have been targeting cargo ships as a form of protest against Israel's military campaign in the Gaza Strip. They've stated that they will only cease their attacks on international shipping in the Red Sea when Israel stops its offensive in Gaza. International powers, led by the US and UK, have attempted to curb these threats, launching attacks on Houthi targets in Yemen. However, these efforts have yet to yield a significant reduction in the attacks. The Houthi rebels remain defiant, emphasizing that mere gestures of support for the Palestinian people are insufficient. The safety of international shipping in the Red Sea remains a critical issue, with no clear resolution in sight.